Currently in the market, the maximum opportunity is there for the full stack development role. And there is a reason for it. Previously, company used to hire one front-end developer for user interface task, then one back-end developer which developed the back-end application, then again one DevOps person which handled the complete code building and the deployment process. Now in this era, this pattern of hiring so many candidates has changed now. Now companies hire one skilled candidate who completely know the backend system. Also, it knows the front-end system as well as the complete cloud services. So basically, one guy who developed end-to-end application, and we call this super guy as a full stack developer. Almost every top tech companies like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Flipkart are looking for the full stack developers only. In fact, most of the time, these companies hire the candidate as an SDE roles, but eventually these guys will end up doing the complete full stack development work only. Now you can easily imagine one person who can do so many tasks, how much salary of a full stack developer is. In fact, in software world, the maximum salary will be there for the full stack development role. Most of the times, the full stack developer salary is more than the any SDE roles or any software development roles. So as a full stack developer, mostly you need to develop the various types of web application for the clients. So now you know all about the full stack developer and their responsibility. Now we will see what are the things you should prepare to get a full stack development role. Well, the first is front end. In the front end technology, it is quite obvious you should know the famous four technology, that is React, Angular, HTML and CSS. Basically, understanding the JavaScript is mandatory for a front end developer. Generally, you should be good at either React or Angular, although knowing both of them is really add-on values in your resume. So we will explain a step-by-step complete front-end framework and does a lot of hands-on experience in the projects in our full stack developer course. Remember, even if you just know front-end technology, you can apply for front-end developer roles and you can be hired as a UI engineer in various organizations. In fact, many companies also hire dedicated UI engineer also in their projects. Second is the most complex part of full stack development learning process, that is backend development. Well, the backend developer has many branches, but three technologies are quite famous in the backend development market. First one is, and the most famous is, Node.js and Express.js. So JavaScript is the most famous programming language for full stack developer. If you want to make a career as a full stack developer in JavaScript, then you should know Node.js and Express.js both. Node.js is a runtime environment that allow you to run the JavaScript on the server side. And the Express.js is the web application framework for Node.js. So basically, Express.js simplified the development of server-side logic. Well, we will go into be in detail about this backend framework with multiple projects in our full stack developer course. Now, next one is Java. If someone wants to use Java language for backend development, so along with the programming language of Java, you should also know Spring Boot framework. Candidates from the Java background, they must know about the Spring Boot. It is quite famous technology to develop the backend application using the Java. Similarly, the people who is from Python background, they should know Django or Flask to develop the backend applications. As a backend developer, you should also understand the databases. Primarily, there are two categories of databases are there, like SQL or NoSQL. SQL, I think everyone knows. Now for NoSQL DB, most famous database is MongoDB. In fact, the millions of records of data can be stored in the NoSQL DB. That is the reason it is quite famous nowadays. So if you ask me, more than 70% of the effort of a full stack developer goes in developing the backend application. Because while developing the backend system, many challenges will come. It starts from the backend development code, so many bugs, so many deployments, then DB operations. So that is the reason 70% effort of a full stack developer goes in the developing the complete backend system. After backend development, now it's a full stack developer responsibility also to deploy the application in the cloud. Various tools comes under this process like CI/CD, Docker, Kubernetes. So cloud services knowledge is mandatory for a full stack developer. Previously, company used to hire the specific DevOps team for this task, but nowadays this responsibility is also given to the full stack developer. Now you already know why there is so much demand for full stack developer roles. Even if the candidates are freshers or working professional, they can easily switch to the full stack development roles by learning these technologies and framework. So at Logic Mojo, we prepare and teach candidate all these frameworks and technology and making them ready to land at the full stack developer roles in the top product-based companies. So guys, best of luck for your learning path.